forgiveness from God.
How do we get? Like it says in Ezekiel 18:20. The Father is not accountable for the sins of the Son, and the Son is not accountable for the sins of the Father. The wickedest of the wicked, yes? I'm paraphrasing here. If they ask God for repentance and forgiveness, yes, it is as if their sins never existed, as if they have never committed any sins. It'll be wiped clean. God is able to forgive because God is not the one who is under the law. He is the law. So when I say he's the law, he's the one who basically sanctions the laws. So we cannot say that God is unable to forgive if he wishes to. However, if you look at the Old Testament, yes, many Christians will say that in the Old Testament they used to sacrifice sheep and so on for the sins, for the remission of sins. To me, that is not forgiveness. That is a payment by blood. The only way the Christians are able to basically be forgiven is through the blood of an innocent.
Through Jesus.
Well, in the Old Testament there was no Jesus. In the Old Testament it was the blood of the animals. But guess what? When somebody commits a murder, yes, when somebody commits adultery, you cannot just cut a sheep and get away with it. What was the punishment for adultery in the Old Testament?
Stoning.
Stoning. What was the punishment for murder in the Old Testament?
Stoning.
No, it was stoning. Maybe it was death penalty. But the point is, it wasn't just sacrificing a sheep and getting away with it, which shows us that in the Old Testament there was justice when there were major sins. The sins which were unintentional, those were the sins. If you read Leviticus, those were the sins which were forgiven. The unintentional sins were forgiven through sacrificing a lamb or a ram or whatever it is, or a sheep. Let me ask you this. In the New Testament law, and imagine you were someone who is in charge. You were the queen of a country and you were ruling by the Bible. If somebody commits murder or rape, how will you judge that person? Remember, it has to be based on the Bible.
But I'm not speaking about judgment, because I want to speak to you about something that when
Justice is judgment.
When I came to Christ,
Yeah.
I haven't always been a Christian.
Okay.
I spent enough time in pubs and clubs and living sin. I was an unbeliever. Now, when I came to Christ out of revelation, because what happened was my friend invited me to church, and I was very, very depressed, and I went to church, and in that moment of depression, I was prepared to pray any prayer that would get me out of that depression. I ended up praying the prayer of salvation, and I looked up and I saw the glory of God coming down. I fell to the ground under the power of the Holy Spirit, and then I knew Jesus was real. And later on, I said to the Lord, why do I have to only follow you? There's so many deities. And the Lord spoke to me and said, I am the only one that's got the power to forgive sins. There was a literal communication with Jesus Christ. And so the only mode that we would differ is that I say that Jesus is God.
What is that got to do with my question? Nothing at all. Your anecdotal experience cannot be verified by anyone here. Only you know that, because you claim you heard Jesus. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. How do you know it was Jesus speaking first and foremost?
Because I am more than aware that it was Jesus.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
Because
before that experience, have you ever met Jesus?
But I saw him.
No, but have you seen Jesus before that particular experience of his?
I had encountered him.
No, have you seen? So you're saying before that experience of yours, you saw him before as well?
Well, I encountered him. I encountered the glory of God.
Okay, let me rephrase my question.
So
Before you saw Jesus for the first time in your vision, have you ever seen him? You saw him. You must have seen him the first time. Am I right?
No, I want to.
When you saw him the first time, how do you know that was Jesus?
I want to change the track here, because you know what you want to do. You want to keep me here until 10 o'clock. You're going to debate.
I have no intention of keeping anyone here until 10 o'clock. I've got things to do.
You debate, and I want to say that we.
Are you going to answer my question?
We serve God of miracles.
If you saw Jesus for the first time, how do you know that was Jesus? How do you know you haven't seen the devil? Maybe.
I did not.
And he's the devil. The devil.
You don't have anybody know God.
Say again?
You don't have anybody know God.
What do you mean?
You know God.
Do you believe in God?
Yeah, I believe. I don't know Him.
Yeah, but you see, we haven't seen him. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, never.
Exactly. You got a good point. Because in the Bible it says anyone who sees God, they will die.
Yeah.
So if she saw Jesus as God, then she should be dead.
And I'm not.
She shouldn't be speaking here.
Yeah.
Because unless you're telling me the Bible is telling lies, then you got a point. You see, your anecdotal experience is from emotion. Because you were in depression, maybe you were hallucinating. You said it yourself. You were depressed, right?
Yes.
If you were depressed, maybe you were hallucinating. How do you know that is
I
Jesus?
say to you that Jesus Christ died for you. He died on the sin.
See, this is preaching.
And
This is not a
he died
conversation.
on the cross for
When
you.
we ask
Yes,
about
I've done that.
justice-
Yes, I'm not here to
Mother,
debate.
stop touching me if you don't mind.
I am not
Let me ask you this.
I'm not here to debate. I am here to tell you.
Wasn't she debating with you guys earlier?
Loves
Did she
you,
say that?
and
That she's not here to
on
debate?
the cross. No.
When you have been
I am here-
challenged from the Bible,
I am here to proclaim that Jesus Christ is Lord, that He loves you, and that He died on the cross for you, and He is calling you into relationship with Him, and He is a God of miracles, and He can give you a miracle today.
Does He have a God?
That is what I'm saying.
does Jesus have a God?
No, He is the Lord.
No, does he have a God?
No.
So when Jesus says, my God in John 20:17, what do you understand?
He is
My
they are
God and
one.
your God.
They are one.
No, he
They are one.
said, I go to my God. Does Jesus have a God based on the Bible? Should I believe you or the Bible? Because the Bible clearly says, I go to my Father and your Father. The reason she will not entertain that verse in the Bible is because she's an emotional Christian who doesn't actually read the Bible
He
even.
loves you, and He loves you.
There you go.
He
See, loves you, loves you, loves you. Of course he loves you.
He's calling you.
You see, on the day of judgment, he's going to say, get away from you, evildoers. In Matthew 7:21, it says, not all those who call me Lord, Lord will enter the kingdom. And that is what this woman is. She's calling him Lord without understanding that Jesus himself prostrated to God. And he fell on his face and he begged God to save him from the crucifixion. Guess what? Was his prayer accepted? No, because according to them, he was crucified. So your own God's prayer got rejected. Now what chances do you or any Christian here have when your own God's prayer is rejected by his God? And with that, I think we should conclude this, because at the end of the day, there's no point having an argument based on emotions.
I'm a Christian here, so because I do understand and you don't understand. That's the problem.
Again, we got emotions.
It's not emotion.
It is.
You don't understand.
Okay.
And that's your problem.
Okay, explain to me if you understand. Does Jesus?
1 hour and I was listening to you.
No, you were listening.
1 hour
I was talking to that woman, not you.
It's because you don't know.
Are you going to
what
answer my
God
question
is.
that she
That's
wasn't
all.
able to?
You don't know what God is.
Are you going to
That's
answer
simple.
my question
Simple.
that
You
this
don't know
woman
what God is.
failed miserably to answer?
Simple. You don't know what God is.
Okay.
God is not matter. God is not a stone.
Who said he
God
was?
is spirit.
Who said he was?
In the spiritual realm, things impossible things happen.
Okay.
You don't understand them.
Was Jesus spirit?
Impossible
Was
things in
Jesus
the
spirit or
realm.
matter?
You
Answer.
won't understand them.
Was
God,
Jesus-
God is incomprehensible.
Is
And
she?
you
Are
don't
you going to answer the question?
understand
Was Jesus spirit or matter?
them. God is incomprehensible.
Because he says
You don't
the
know.
word,
And therefore
which
you
was
are
God,
talking
became
about-
flesh.
If you-
Now, his own Bible goes against him.
If you
He's saying
don't
God is
understand
not
God,
matter.
you know
If God is
that
not
you are
matter, then
right.
why does God
I'm
say
a
that
Christian.
he became a flesh? Yeah, keep hitting yourself.
Yes, I am
because that is maybe deserved.
The truth or you don't. It's
No,
up
go read your Bible. Don't say I love you all the time.
I am a
Go and read the
I'm
Bible.
glad I'm a Christian. I'm very, very glad.
I'm glad Jesus has a God,
Oh.
like the Muslims say he does. Because at the end of the day, that is what Jesus preached in the Bible.
Brother,
Yeah.
last week I've asked him, how did Jesus pray? He didn't answer.
Because they're afraid. He knows. He knows. No. He knows, but he's afraid.
What's that? What's that?
Just like that woman is afraid to answer.
I repeat, it's because you don't understand God. Simple. If you understand
Why
God,
don't you answer if you understand?
know that all these things are possible.
If you understand, why don't you answer?
God is supernatural. God is not our way.
Exactly.
It is above
You
all-
see, God is not a human being, he's a supernatural.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
That is exactly what the Muslims are telling you all these
Can I
years.
finish this?
No, you can't finish. You're not answering my question.
Can I
You're
start?
not answering my question.
Can I start?
No, you can't.
No,
Because you're not answering my question. Alright guys, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Excuse me, what's your
I am
question
glad
you
I'm
asked?
a-
Was that?
Which question you asked him?